Now this is sadly not the video I was expecting to make today, but the M3 is leaking a lot of oil. I knew it was leaking before, but it's getting bad. Now don't worry, all of this is not from the M3 whatsoever. This was actually from the old Nissan 350Z, but if you look closely, we've got fresh oil. But not only that, the water pump is starting to hum like an absolute maniac, and I'm even getting a weird clicking, like really bad clanking noise anytime I start the car, and it's complete cold start. The car just decides it wants to make a really loud noise on startup, and it's kind of concerning me. And to top absolutely everything off, when I was driving, one of the bolts fell off of the side skirt, went into the tire ended up popping, and I had to buy a new tire. $382 later, we now have one tire that is different from the rest. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go inside the car, we're gonna go get gas, we're gonna go get new bolts for the side skirt, and then we are going to try to figure out what all is broken with my car, because it seems like there's a lot. Getting in this thing looks so good because I did an absolute deep clean on it, and I am absolutely loving the interior, you know, when it's actually clean. So without further ado, let's get a cold-ish start. That thing sounds so amazing. I don't care what anybody says. Now, while the car's warming up for a second, listen to this BMW tick. I don't know if you can hear it right here, but once you get by the tire, I don't know if you can hear that, but that is absolutely terrifying. I don't know. Sounds like rod knock, but we should be good. And I will say, there is absolutely nothing like a cloudy day in Arizona. These days are days to remember because you get very little of them. Let's go ahead and get a quick pull real quick for you guys. Sounds so good. Oh my god. Now I will say this is the absolute lowest I've ever let this car get when it comes to gas, and I'm really curious to see how much this is going to take to fill up, so leave your guesses in the comments. It is just constantly climbing. We're at $43. Oh no. And well, just like that, $61.25. Well, I guess that's what I get for buying a V8, right? Just like that, the M3 is all filled up, and now it is time for us to go to Ace Hardware to get two bolts that I have no idea what sizes they are because I put these side skirts on like close to a month ago, so wish me luck. And I don't know if you guys can tell by the hat, but I did go to Strad Pizza yesterday. That was one of the craziest car events I have ever gone to when it comes to Arizona car culture whatsoever, because there were thousands of people, not even exaggerating, thousands of people, and that turnout was just absolutely crazy. Stradman was there. That was awesome seeing him. It was overall just a crazy time. So many cars that I didn't even know were in Arizona were there, and I was just absolutely losing my mind. And if you were there, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because that event was absolutely amazing. But I'm really hoping once I get these two new bolts and I get them all fitted and put them in, I'm literally praying, there's no wood to knock on, I am praying that I do not have to worry about it popping off and popping the tire again, because I don't want to run another $382 out of my pocket. It's not something I can comfortably just keep on buying. Now we do have a tunnel coming up, so you know what that means. The windows go down. We'll do a downshift for good measure. Here we go. Crazy. I'm in love with this car so much. The V8 sounds so good. Arguably one of the best sounding V8s ever made on this planet. I don't care what anybody says. I do not care. But I will say I probably shouldn't be pushing this car to its absolute limits with it leaking oil this bad, especially consistently now, because honestly, I don't think the car is enjoying it as much as I am. So, but I think this is our stop here. Hold on. Is this it? This might be it. Let's get up without breaking the front lip. We're good. And that is Ace Hardware. Now I wonder if they're going to allow me to actually take some bolts out and try them out, because I genuinely do not remember at all what bolts I'm trying to get for this side skirt, because like I said, I put them on like a month ago. So, and just like that, $4 later, we got 4 bolts just because I don't know the sizes. Well, we are officially back on the road home. It's about a 10-ish minute drive, so I will see you guys when I get back. I'm gonna enjoy some music as I head back home. So, see you guys there. And there we go, we are officially back home, and while I was driving home, we ended up hitting 40,000 followers on Snapchat. So huge thanks to you guys, and if you haven't followed Snapchat already for behind the scenes, I'll leave it in the description below. You're missing out on a lot of stuff. But now that we have the M3 back at the house, we need to grab the jack. We need to jack up the passenger side and test fit these bolts that I'm really hoping are the correct ones. Now, where did I put my jack? Bingo, there it is. We got the jack in the right hand. The way I'm holding this camera is very awkward. Now I have just realized the mistake. Not looking good. It's looking like we're gonna need bricks. Now I could be wrong, but I think this was the last piece of wood that I used to jack this car up, so I'm really hoping that this is right, because I don't want to have to keep running back and forth trying to figure out what fits underneath my car. And here we go. Good to go. Now we put it in reverse and we can't move because the door is open. Here we go. Feels like we're on. I think we're on it.
Barely on, but that should do it.
I now have again messed up. I realized that I don't have a jacking point in the back side of my car. Believe it or not, where the side skirts are, you cannot jack the car up on the back side. You can on the front side, not the back side. So what we're gonna do, I think, ramps. Now I actually cannot lie, that actually went pretty smooth. I'm not gonna lie. It went all the way up. No problems, didn't have to fight the throttle at all. And now we should be able to throw these bolts on. Okay, I will say one thing I did just find out. The bolts I got aren't the same bolts under the car. And I don't just mean the length of them are wrong. I mean the head is wrong, the thread is different, and we're going to pray that I can get this on. I'm gonna grab an impact, and I think you know what I'm gonna do from there. Well, I'm afraid one of the bolts don't work so far, so that is a bust. I'm really hoping that this next one does though, because if it doesn't, then it's kind of gonna suck, because I just did that whole trip for nothing. Now, this one is actually starting to thread. It's just, I feel like I shouldn't be able to thread this in with just my fingers going into a car. I feel like it should be a bit harder than this. That actually does seem to be tightening it. I think so. Well, I am afraid that well, I can confidently say that that screw was not correct, and while I was down here, I found that this one wasn't even all the way in because it doesn't fit. It doesn't screw in. So, I don't really know what the plan is. I guess we're just gonna have to rock this this side skirt with a few less screws for the meantime, because I really don't know what I can get them to stay. What I can do to make them stay, because if I go one size bigger, I know it'll definitely stay, but I'm scared it's gonna crack the carbon because the hole's only a certain size on the carbon fiber piece. And obviously if we crack the carbon, there is no saving that other than a lot of carbon fiber or fiberglass work that I do not want to deal with. So if you guys do have any sort of tips or help or advice or anything like that to get these bolts to stay inside of those holes without going a size bigger, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm seriously gonna need the help. So I guess with the whole side skirt idea out of mind, let's go ahead and pop the hood. And well, there's the leaky valve cover gaskets. I don't really have a plan for this, other than obviously getting it fixed, although I don't have the funds for that right now because your boy's broke. So we are going to clean it off as best as we can, and we'll go from there. I guess we will figure out where the leak's actually coming from, what part of the valve cover gasket. Obviously, we're not gonna be able to find that out in this video, but we are gonna be able to clean it this video. I've got a shop in mind that I wanna get it done before I drive this car 800 miles to the next state that I move to in 2 months, so that's gonna be exciting. But I'm scared that it's not gonna make it because, one, I gotta do the water pump, and two, I gotta do the valve cover gaskets, and three, I don't got money for that. So let's go ahead and figure out where this leak's coming from so we can try to maybe reduce it for now. Look at this perfectly clean towel. One little wipe and it's black. Okay. Yeah, this is absolutely crazy how much buildup has been here over such a long period of time. It's been leaking before I bought the car. I knew it was leaking when I bought the car. But obviously, it's starting to pick up pretty bad, and it's starting to leave oil stains on the garage floor, which usually is an indication where it's obviously doing it enough to where it's getting all the way to the floor, and that's bad. Well, this one's getting a whole lot cleaner, and then I looked right over here, And the other one's leaking too, so. Sounds like it's gonna be a little expensive. But after just looking around the entire valve cover gasket, I've noticed the most buildup is right there. Right on the very top of both valve cover gaskets. It is so caked. I mean, it is ridiculously caked. And then obviously I was talking about the water pump earlier as well, making a really loud humming noise. Obviously that can just be fixed with the water pump being replaced. So there's not much else I have to do there. This car is gonna run me for a lot of money. I should have knocked on wood when I made my video about me having absolutely no problems with this car, because I definitely jinxed it and it is biting me in the butt right now. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to make a couple grand so that I can fix this car, because it needs to go 800 miles in 2 months, and that is going to be very, very scary if I don't have those fixed. And like I said at the very beginning of the video, not the video I wanted to make today, but hopefully all goes well. Hopefully I can make a couple grand so that I can get this car fixed for you guys and get this thing back on the road to where you guys are seeing it, you know, do flybys and burnouts. And I want to start doing donuts, but my traction control button's obviously not working as well, which means this car is completely just falling apart, and that's not very exciting. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Love you guys.